Hey guys, Happy New Year. Actually, it's New Year's Eve. And this is Dwight currently with Poor Boy Artworks. In the next week or two, I'm going to change that to Dwight Pours. First of all, if you can't tell, I've got a cold. I woke up with a cold and my voice is pretty hoarse today. So we'll see how that goes. So I have a 20 by 24 canvas, and it's a gallery canvas, so it's got like the inch and a half thick sides to it. I've already primed it with some black before we get started. I don't know if you ever had this issue, but have you ever been working on a canvas and it's not level? I cannot stand when the canvases I pick up are not level. So what I do is I do use an actual level to get as level as possible. And if you can see, I use these C hooks. I said in another video I showed how I put them in, and that way you can loosen them or tighten them to make sure you get the four corners as level as possible. I think more of the disasters I've had in some of my pouring have been related to the when I've been using silicone, and then the cells would just stretch out over the edge, and it wasn't quite what I was going for. So far, I haven't had that much of an issue doing the dump and swirls, and we'll see how that goes today. So I'm using three colors. As you can see, here is the Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24 karat gold. In the middle, this one here is Royal Ruby. Now, when I first poured it, it looked like copper to me. So what I did was I added some of the leftover pink tourmaline that I had from a previous pour. So it has a little bit more of a red sheen to it, which is good. And this last one is daring for me because I usually use blues and greens and coppers and silvers, etc. Is again Deco Art Extreme Sheen, and it's ruby red. So I'm going for the dump and swirl. My goal today will be maybe not to pour a big of a puddle, in hopes of being able to have more cells or scales, but with more space in between. So this is an experiment. If it doesn't go well, I might pour over it in the middle of the pour. And so let's get started, and here we go. Thumbs up. Okay guys, as you see, I made a big mess. I'm going to pour over this, and I'm just not happy with the way it looked. I ran out of some paint. I did a re-pour over the first pour, and I just couldn't stop. So, you get to see what happens behind the scenes when there's a mistake. My mat is all dirty, and we are going to just keep on going and get this done right. I was doing okay with the one you see in front of you, but then I dropped it, and my hand smeared on it, and you know, it's not one thing, it's another. But, you know, we just pick ourselves up and we keep going. And that's what I love about this. So, let's see if we can get this right. I'm going to use the rest of my paint, or at least most of it. We're just going to go for it. Let's see. I only have one glove left, so I'm going to have a dirty hand. I like to pour this high because in the first pour it really mixed in nicely, and I want to be able to have that same effect. And I'll just pour the red sort of like this. Okay guys, I have a good feeling. Let's pop some of these bubbles. A lot of paint. I mixed up some more black, and I am gonna go for it. Save a little bit in case I need some. Okay. Gotta get some paper towels ready, so I'm gonna have a messy hand here. Sorry for all the noise. I just wanna pop some of these bubbles since I just mixed the paint. Okay guys, fingers crossed, and here we go. Get that black coverage. Okay, almost done. Okay. Now, just going to slowly tilt back and forth to stretch. A lot of cells up at this end here. Slam. Okay. I'm almost taunting the canvas to say, don't make me pour more on top of that. Pardon the crinkling. I'm trying to dry my hands so I can at least do the torch to get some of the bubbles to pop up, which may also lead to some cells. There we go. So I'm going to go back and put this on time lapse and give it about 10, 15, 20 minutes. And we'll come back and take a look. I may fiddle with it a little bit here and there, but I think this might be a little bit better than what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay guys, that was about 30 minutes. I think I like this one okay. I'm not a big fan of the colors, but that's just me. A lot of the sort of the red and the pinkish tourmaline with the ruby color came through. And of course, it looks green in the video, but it's not as green as it looks. I think it's just the reflection of the light. It's gold with some of the pink in between. It's like little lily pads out there in the middle of the black, which is good. Oh, see the reflection of in the basement here of the trees at the top there. Sorry about that. Yeah, not the best of videos there. Let me move to a different angle. Like I said, I made a couple of mistakes in this and I kept pouring. I actually kind of like this angle of the picture best. I think it looks pretty good, sort of with the black on the side there. You have that bright sort of pinkish, brownish corner on the lower left, and then you have all the gold with the ruby and the tourmaline kind of mixed throughout there. But there you go, close up. There's another painting of mine on the wall in the background, reflecting. Well, I hope you like it. I'm already planning my next pour. It's gonna be maybe about the same size as this one. And I'm gonna use more of a monochromatic colors with all different shades of silver. Sterling silver, 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 and pewter with black. So I'm just gonna go for something kind of a little bit more abstract, and we'll just go from there. And if you like it, please subscribe. As you know, every painting becomes a little bit different. I kind of do like this one though. I do like the black negative space in most of my paintings. I just think it adds interest. I don't often like it centered, and when it's centered, I can't do much with it unless I pour more black paint and dump off. And that's probably what I'm going to start doing to create a little bit more of an interest. I like working with these paints, the metallics. I think they create a really good picture, a really good effect. So coming up, probably the next week or two or less than a week, I'm going to switch over to Dwight Pours. And I've also got some help maybe doing a website so I can actually post some of these pictures once they're dried and once they're varnished. And if you like it enough, please subscribe, and I would appreciate if you tell a friend. If you have any questions, let me know, or any thoughts or any color combinations you'd like me to try. I definitely would like to do that. I'd like to hear from you. And you can leave me a message underneath the video. It'd be great. Okay, guys, have a great New Year's. Be safe, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.